Now let's move on. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar may have offered the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi a vice president role in a joint single-term ticket. Reports have it that sources involved in the coalition said the proposal was first discussed during a meeting in the United Kingdom earlier this year. The sources under anonymity were reported to have noted that Atiku has committed to a single 4-year term with Obi as his running mate. Meanwhile, Peter Obi is said to be seeking support from his loyalists in the 2019 presidential election. Obi served as Atiku's running mate under the People's Democratic Party, PDP, where they lost to former President Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressives Congress. I still have Dr. Adeni Ojikutu and Nelson Kujimi right here with me. Dr. Adeni, very quickly now, is Atiku's offer to make Peter Obi his running mate in a one-term deal a calculated strategy to unite the opposition? Is this a strategic move or desperation in your opinion?
You see some of these things where we will discuss them. The truth is that everybody has a right. You know, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has the right to contest as much time as possible. But in the real sense, when you say that it's an unwritten rule, there is an unwritten rule that says that let the North serve and let the South serve. Now, President Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, did his 8 years. Now, by the time he's supposed to come to the South, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar insisted that he must be on the ballot. And he tried, considering the sentiments and all that, and the people that we are in Nigeria, or let's say in Africa. He became second. The implication is that how would the Southern Nigerian people feel if he had won in 2023? There will be a lot of... So the governors of the Northern extraction, they are actually stars to behold for staying with a Southern candidate. Now, going into 2027, Vice President, His Excellency, is his right to contest, really. But his party, that he was a founding member, did this formula of rotational that is not written, which even associations and people are adopting, considering our climate and our diversity.
Right.
Now, let's put it this way. Now, if he says he wants to serve for 4 years, President Muhammadu Buhari just served for 8 years. Now, a Southern president did 4 years. If, peradventure, let's say he wins and he's serving 4 years, and he says, please, let me do 4 more years. That means that Buhari did 8 years, a Southern president did 4 years, and he would do another 8 years. Another permutation or hypothesis is that, let's assume Atiku Abubakar wins 4 years and he gives it back to Peter Obi, or Peter Obi is the vice president as is being proposed, and Peter Obi insists that he must be on the ballot, and he contests the use incumbent power, because in some quarters they are saying that let me do 4 years and I'll give it to a certain president. So the North, that is their own turn probably, that Atiku came from, will have done 4 years. The remaining 4 years that is supposed to be for another candidate, you want to give it back to the South. So the Northerners too will be like, they won't accept.
Okay.
So the permutation is that he has his own personal ambition, which is not against the law. But can he give the sacrifice?
Okay, Nelson, you heard the way he hung that question. Now, with Obi emerging as a likely contender after the 2023 general elections now, do you think this VP slot would appeal to his supporters? Because there's a latest news now that Obi is saying he is going to run on the Labour Party ticket. So the crisscross of the whole conversation flying back and forth, is this also another strategy from the opposition to confuse the people? Because in one breath, they are saying Atiku is offering you a VP slot for a 1-year term. In another breath, the Labour Party, he is saying he wants to run a Labour Party party ticket that is already looking like a party in disarray.
In fact, I'm also confused.
Okay.
Because I know for free that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is in the PDP. And Peter Obi, as we speak, is a member of the Labour Party.
Right.
And the PDP will have a presidential candidate. Whether it will be Atiku Abubakar or not, I don't know.
Okay.
Peter Obi has come out publicly to say he will run on the ticket. He may. He didn't say he didn't say it affirmatively.
Okay.
That I may run on the ticket of the
Labour
Labour
Party.
Party.
Okay.
So whether Peter Obi will leave the Labour Party that people have come to associate him with in this act of desperation to become vice president and run with Atiku, I don't know. And under what ticket Atiku will run, bringing Peter Obi to be his vice, I wouldn't know. Because I know with the happenings in the PDP as we speak, it is very likely that the PDP is going to key into that sentiment of the rotational, system, whereby they want the North to run 8 years, which President Muhammadu Buhari has done. Now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the South is there. And that was why the crisis in the PDP started in 2023 when Atiku Abubakar emerged as a party presidential flag bearer. And since then, all hell had broken loose.
Yes.
So I'm confused. I don't know under what ticket Atiku Abubakar is going to drag or bring Obi to be his vice presidential running mate. But the days ahead will be interesting.
30 seconds before we go to the last
the meeting that was held today, you can see the body language of the former vice president.
Right.
The way he took Peter Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi, when he was coming and he was giving him a bow, as an elderly person. But the body language, sometimes in psychology, the body language is, if Obi is coming into the coalition meeting and Atiku is already there, Governor Amechi is there and a lot of others. Now, do you know the implication is that there is going to be a power play even within the coalition. So therefore, it's not still cast on anything.
It's not certain.
Yeah, it's not certain. Let's still keep watching and see the permutations.
Okay then.